My name's Maria Shields, and I have had autoimmune and health issues for years. I got really sick, and no one could figure out what was wrong with me. I had Lyme disease as a child, and I kept knowing in my head that this is what it was, but the doctors just kept telling me it wasn't with standard tests, it just wasn't coming back positive. I got sicker and sicker. My life was pretty much non-existent besides laying in bed all day and laying on a couch. I had a fever for 200 plus days. I wasn't able to walk. I lost vision, all these crazy symptoms that just coming on. And I saw doctor after doctor after doctor. And unfortunately, I was being told, we don't know what's wrong with you. It could be this, it could be this, or it's in your head. There's nothing we can do for you. And I was bouncing around hospital stays and just losing hope. I kind of had accepted the fact that I was just going to be sick forever and nobody was going to figure out what was wrong with me. Kept Googling Lyme and mold and all these things that, doctors just don't really know much about. And where I live, there's not a lot of specialists in these kind of things. So Biologix Center just kept coming up. And at the time, it was like a pipe dream. I just kept saying, I would love to go there, but I live in New Jersey and it's in Tennessee. But the more sicker I got and the less answers I kept getting, this place kept coming up when I was Googling Lyme and mold. And I started reading the website and watching the testimonials of the people who had been there. And I would get so emotional and I would say, I wish that could be me. One day, my husband woke up and said, we have to do this. We have to call the Biologix Center and we have to talk to them and we have to see if they think they can help you. So from the minute that I called just for to see if I would be a good patient to come there, within 5 minutes, I was treated so respectfully and kindly and just felt I had never been talked to this by a doctor before. Just even the initial consult, they just immediately understood what I was saying and really thought that they could help me. Once I told them what I thought was wrong with me and they agreed, I just knew I had to make that decision. We have a 5-year-old daughter, so we knew it was kind of be tough to I didn't want to be away from her. And I knew we were going to be out there for about 3 weeks, maybe more, just depending on what they said when I got there. But we drove. I was in no condition to fly at the time by any means, but we got there and there is so much around in the area. It was so easy. We got an Airbnb. We had our car. It was so simple just getting there and getting adjusted. I'm not going to lie. I was very nervous and apprehensive at first, but once we got there, just going around and seeing how convenient it was for living, just to be out there for a few weeks. There's so much around. There was healthy food options and grocery stores and things for my daughter to do. And she honestly was like, when are we going back there? I had the best trip. I laugh, and she loved it. It was very convenient for my family. The first day, I just felt when I walked in there this overall sense of hope, because from the minute I walked in, I was seeing people that had exactly what I had. And I hadn't met or known anyone that was dealing with Lyme or mold or any other kind of autoimmune thing besides me. It's very hard because it's a very isolating illness that people don't understand until you experience it. And I met so many people there that were leaving their stay telling me how much better they were doing. And that's just something that I needed to hear. And I know that the Biologix Center has this aura and these signs when you walk in, keep the positivity. And it's so important because and everybody there was just so hopeful and telling me that they knew they were going to get better. And from day one, I just knew that it was going to be a great experience for me. I figured out so much more that was wrong with me when I got there on the initial first day, literally just the first day with meeting with my doctor. Every symptom that I said that I had, which was no feeling in my body, not able to walk, these internal vibrations that when I told doctors these things, they thought I was nuts. I would tell them it felt like I had a cell phone in my body vibrating, and they would be like, I mean, anybody who hears that would think that's crazy, but they knew exactly what was causing everything that was happening to me. My body is allergic to antibiotics. I can't do antibiotics. And they had other options for me naturally to get my body back and better. And at first I said, I don't know how this could be possible, but I am living proof that it is possible with the tailored supplements and everything that they did for me. I started noticing improvement within days. My husband couldn't believe we were sitting in the living room on day 3 when I got home, and I was laughing. I was watching a movie and I was laughing, and my husband started filming me. And I said, "What are you doing? Why are you taking a video of me?" He said, "I haven't seen you laugh in literally over a year. I haven't seen you smile in over a year." Everybody in my family was saying the same thing. They just couldn't believe the mental changes. I had hope for the first time in so long, and I knew that I could heal, but every day something started to get better. I could handle the detoxing. I could handle the supplements. I could handle what they were doing when I never could do that at home. I just had these herxing reactions and all these things for Lyme that I wasn't able to do. And getting to meet with the doctor every day for over an hour, like, it's unheard of. Like, you're at home and you get 4 minutes with a doctor. And I don't even know if they're listening half the time. It's just like they're doing what they're trained to do. But I've never had an experience like that. And it was just amazing. I even met other patients there. One day I had a really rough day, like with detoxing, and I met this guy, and he said to me, "I was you 2 weeks ago, and look at me." And he was smiling, and he was like, "I went out to dinner last night with my wife, and I am thriving and doing so much better. I promise you, like, at the end of this, you're gonna get there." And he like switched my mindset, and I'm like, "I'm going to be him. I'm going to be him." And I was him. And I landed up coming back in May for a follow-up, and the patients that were there were talking to me as their motivation, and I never in a million years could have dreamt that that would be me in just 3 months, and that was me telling them, "I was here in February, and I was you, and look at me now. I am doing so good, and I am so optimistic, and I am making so many improvements." And the second visit was so emotional for me because I just felt like I never in a million years would have imagined my health could get back to where it was. The Biologix Center literally saved my life, gave me my life back in more than one ways. Mentally, physically, I really never thought I would be able to trust a doctor again. And every therapy there is just so state of the art and tailored to your body. Once I started the phages, like I said, things just within a week, I started being able to see again out of my left eye, and my vibrations started going away. My fevers went away. Like, every day, something just kept getting better. And I am back to baseline, and I am about to be hitting my year anniversary of this started. And like I said, I never in a million years thought I would get here. This place is the real deal, and it will help you heal and various other things, not just what I have. I met so many other people with things like POTS and autoimmune issues and all different kinds of things that have kind of exhausted all other options of chronic illness, and they're thriving. And I've made connections, and I've stayed in touch with people. I've exchanged phone numbers. It's just been like such an overall amazing experience for me and my journey. And I never thought I'd get to the other side of it, but I am, and I'm here, and I just want to tell everybody about this place. If anyone is hesitant about this place, don't be. I am living proof that you can get better and you can heal and you can figure out what's wrong with you, even when you thought you've exhausted all your options. It's worth the trip. It's the most wonderful experience you'll ever have with the best doctors and staff ever.